Hello everybody, this is InfinityAlex here, and today I just want to provide some stray thoughts regarding the recent Fire Emblem Warriors box art leak. For those who don't know, the leak was provided by El Corte Inglés on their website on the 11th of September 2017, 2 whole days before Lyn was revealed for the game in this month's Nintendo Direct. Obviously this will contain spoilers as it regards characters within the game. So if anybody would like to avoid those, I suggest leaving now. Before we go any further, it should be noted that this retailer is not a specialty video games retailer, and is in fact a Spanish kind of general store in the same vein as Walmart. So it is unlikely that whoever is behind this listing did not have any real knowledge of the series or its characters, and so would have little motivation to fabricate a leak, though it is not out of question that such a retailer would confuse an image fabricated by someone on the internet for official material. However, Lyn's sprite on the Japanese FE Warriors website matches the sprite seen on the leaked box art exactly, and in my mind this all but confirms the validity of this leak. Specifically, the leak shows on the box the characters which we hadn't seen at the time of Lyn, Anna, Shida from Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, Celica from Fire Emblem Echoes and Fire Emblem Gaiden, and young Tiki from Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. Despite the strong case for this leak being real, there are some oddities that seemingly contradict a couple of statements provided by the Fire Emblem Warriors developers. First of all, is that the game will be focused around Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, Fire Emblem Awakening, and Fire Emblem Fates. The contradiction here is not the appearance of Lyn and Celica, as developers never stated characters outside of these games wouldn't appear, but that there are only 3 Shadow Dragon characters on this box, being Marth, Tiki and Shida. Second, there are no Armor Knight units on the box art, despite the developers having made specific mention to them. And third, some characters like Anna are not necessarily playable, but show up in other capacities. The contradiction here is obvious. The sprite between Lyn, Female Robin and Shida is clearly this game's version of Anna, distinguishable by her hat and the trademark Anna pose. Furthermore, the sprite does not match another sprite of Anna seen on the game's map screen, which depicts her in what appears to be a different outfit with a green colour scheme denoting her as an ally. Ultimately, I believe these contradictions can be resolved easily. With regards to the amount of Shadow Dragon characters and the lack of armoured units, it's possible that this box does not show the entire roster. Why this would be the case is unknown, as the art definitely shows a majority of the roster, totaling 25 characters including the original generation characters Rowan and Leanne. Though, another possibility is that the armour characters were being implemented before being cut. However, I believe that the former outcome is more likely, as Navarre can be spotted behind Marth in the latest trailer, despite not being shown on the box art. Additionally, it's possible that the characters on the box represent those who have art cards within the special edition package, though it is odd that these 25 characters specifically will be chosen, especially since the roster doesn't seem to be much bigger than this, so it wouldn't make sense just to cut a few characters from this art. And my argument for Anna's appearance on the box is perhaps less convincing but no less valid. I believe that the suggestion that Anna is not playable in the game is born of a misunderstanding of the developer's statement, either by mistranslation or otherwise misinterpreting the implications of the statement. While it could be argued that Anna's usage of the blue colour scheme on the box despite her green colour scheme in the game is for the sake of uniformity, I doubt this is the case, as Anna can clearly be seen wielding a bow in the image, suggesting she is more than the game's announcer or an escort mission subject, though it is possible that Anna is encountered as an ally before being recruited, hence the green map palette. And a few final thoughts is, thanks to the inclusion of Celica and Lyn, it will be interesting to see if Alon, Hector and Ellie would appear, as these characters are associated with the respective protagonists seen in the box art, with an important part of Fire Emblem Echoes' plot being devoted to the relationship and dichotomy between Alon and Celica, while Eliwood, Hector and Lyn are generally seen as a power trio for Fire Emblem the Blazing Blade, with the 3 of them all being featured on the game's box. If Celica and Lyn are the only characters from their respective games, their inclusion could indicate further characters from said games being included as future DLC in Fire Emblem Warriors. And as for Navarre's appearance in the latest trailer, despite not being featured in the box, this could suggest that he's an NPC not playable as part of the base roster, or that Shadow Dragon characters were generally kept off the box art to give more spotlight to the 3DS characters, and the 2 outliers of Celica and Lyn, which could in turn indicate that popular characters who have not been shown yet, such as Tharja and Azura, are also in a similar situation. However, only time will tell. By the time this video goes up, TGS should be just around the corner, and Fire Emblem Warriors is listed as part of Koei Tecmo's lineup, so we will see further confirmation either way there hopefully, with perhaps a new character or 2 being revealed. Thank you for listening to this speculation. You can find Source Gaming on Twitter, Facebook, and we have a Discord server, and links to those will be left in the description below.